Yeah, so every branch is going to have their own system. A quick rule of thumb for everyone is that you just use E for enlisted, O for officer, and that goes through 1 through 9. So like E1 would be the lowest, um, and E9 would be the highest for enlisted, and then similarly for officers. Um, the first I guess you say three, but four ranks for the Air Force is your airman ranks. So E1 through E4. These are like your frontline kind of people. So like these are the people that are just trained or like they gone through training recently. They're still getting acquainted with the job and they're kind of doing like the busy work or like the grunt work, you could say, a lot of the time. They're very hands on, getting into the nitty gritty, doing a lot of like the basic tasks that are required for a job until they get more experience. And then after that, from E5 to E7 in the Air Force, you have your sergeant ranks. So this goes from staff sergeant to technical sergeant. Sorry, E6, E5 to E6. These are like your frontline supervisors. So like if you're working at a restaurant, your manager would be like an E5 or an E6. These are the people that like they supervise the E1s through E4s, the airmen, and they kind of train them and they make sure nothing is like going on at, like the lowest level. They kind of like handle like arguments or like let's say someone like me, missed getting an appointment on time. They would be the first person to handle that problem and try to rectify it before it like moves up the chain and make someone that's more important to get worried or like annoyed. And then after that, for enlisted, you have your E7 through E9, which is your master sergeants to chief master sergeants. And these are your senior enlisted people. They're at that point, you're no longer really like doing any of the hands-on work when it comes to the job. You're kind of like there for advice for the people below you in terms of the job, but other, beyond that, you're really just managing people. So like how many E5s do I need to be filled at this particular location? Um, how do I fight for more like people in my workforce? How do I advocate to like commanders and like generals and stuff like that to say that hey, we need more personnel or hey, we need more funding, like stuff like that. It becomes very managerial, very like operations based, like big picture Air Force instead of like the nitty gritty and like granular stuff. That's basically what it looks like on the enlisted side.